Previously on internalization.
Look, I simply just have a case of burnout. This happens to all creatives. Sometimes we just don't feel like creating. There shouldn't be this unreasonable expectation for us to be machines and to continue pushing out content when our heart just really is not into what we're doing at the time.
Maybe it's time you create something for yourself.
And let me guess, you're gonna be here with me through this entire journey until I figure it out.
These people subscribe to me because I created some dope color grading videos, and they are coming to me specifically for their color grading education. I have not put out who I am before them consistently enough for them to even care about who I am. I'm better off hiding behind my brand. Just because you're a photographer and just because you're a filmmaker doesn't mean you owe anyone a single thing. And whatever you have given them to digest as content is a privilege. You don't owe them anything. Your job is to be an artist and to create things from the heart. So the real question you really need to ask yourself is, what's the story that you want to tell next? You're doing that thing again.
What thing?
That thing where you start overthinking. You know, I've been thinking long and hard about our conversation the other day, trying to figure out why I feel the way I feel, and I've just acknowledged this overwhelming feeling of loneliness.
Well, why do you feel lonely?
I mean, where do I start, man? I look around at all these other creators out here, and they all have a friend group. A group of like-minded individuals who loves filmmaking and would travel anywhere with them to help them create the content. And then here I am. I live in a small town. We have more cows than we have people, most likely. And you know, I'm trying to create and compete against these people. But how can I do that when it's just me? I have to come up and execute my own ideas, and then even then, you know, it'll never come out to what you could do if you have a crew, if you have somebody to help you. But it's just more than just that, man. It's all around my life. And I feel like I have a hard time making friends in general.
Okay, Sidney, but you've always had a hard time making friends. What makes this any different?
Well, that's the thing. Ever since I started my business, it's been those feelings that I've always carried around as an introvert, then compiled on what it's like being an entrepreneur. Those two things are different. There's a different type of loneliness that comes with being a creative entrepreneur. You know, and people just don't understand you. People don't understand why you do what you do. And it's unique because being an introvert isn't as uncommon as being an entrepreneur. That's a very unique thing in this world. And having friends, or the little friends that I did have, even they started to judge me for some of the things I had to do as an entrepreneur. Even some of my close friends made fun of me because I have to post pictures about myself on Instagram, and people don't do that. They don't have to market. But I got made fun of, oh, you only post about yourself. And I'm like, well, actually only 15% of the photos are of myself, but do you want me to eat? It's like people don't think about what they say when you're a creative. People don't try to put themselves in your shoes, and oftentimes you just find yourself drifting farther and farther apart from the people you're close with.
Hey, this is one of those situations where it's time to start taking your own advice. Aren't you the one out here telling people that if you're a creative entrepreneur, photographer, filmmaker, whatever, that you have to get used to people not liking you? That you can do everything 100% right, and there will always be somebody who dislikes you. You can't live for the approval of other people, whether it be in your personal life or as a business owner. You have to do things that you know work to your own strengths.
Okay, I get that, but then I have an even harder time making friends because I just have sometimes an abrasive personality. Sometimes I may not think through all the things that I say, or sometimes I may be blunt, and that comes from the trauma that I've held, starting a business, being homeless. I just had to have a get her done attitude, and sometimes I may give, some of my newer friends who are creatives what they would call lectures as I'm trying to help them out, but it's just because I have their best interest at heart. And for me personally, it's hard to open up myself. It's hard for me to help others understand why I am the way I am because there's just been so many pieces that have went into forming my personality. I just feel like if I open up that door, then maybe somebody will judge me or, maybe they just won't like me. It's almost like I feel like I have to change myself when I'm around other people because as soon as they find out who I am, they get mad and then they leave or they don't want to be around me anymore. They start saying mean things behind my back and it's just better off for me to be alone, man. Okay, and you're acting like there's a such thing called the perfect personality. Everybody will rub someone the wrong way at some point in time. But because of that, it's up to us to look for the good in other people. So if somebody doesn't like you because of your personality, that's their fault. Because they're obviously not looking for the good things in you. And do you want somebody in your life that doesn't look for the good things in you? That was a rhetorical question. The answer is no. So again, you have to keep doing your thing. Fight through the loneliness. Get creative. Start doing projects that you can do on your own. And get creative and push your limits. Start challenging yourself to do even more by yourself. And it's going to make you a better all-around creative. But don't sit here and try to grab people into your life who just aren't meant to be there, man. That's toxic for you and it will not lead down a good path. Stay true to yourself, keep doing your own thing, and the right people will follow.